Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to chemistry class. In this class, we will discuss about the chapter chemical thermodynamics. So what does mean thermodynamics? So thermo means heat and dynamic means movement oblique flow. So thermodynamic means the flow of heat basically, or you can say the transfer of heat from one system to another system is known as the thermodynamics. Okay. Thermodynamics, it is not only concerned with the transformation of heat into work or vice versa as the name implies, but it also involves all kinds of interconversions of one form of energy into another form. Thermodynamics means does not never it means that it will only tell about the heat into work, but it also tells about many other type of transformations of energy into other. Thus thermodynamics may be defined as the branch of science which deals with the study of different forms of energy and quantitative relationship between them is known as the thermodynamics. So, chemical thermodynamics which deals with the energy changes involved in the chemical thermodynamics. Yeah, chemical thermo transformations. Okay. Now, some basic concept about thermodynamics. So first one is system and surrounding. So what is system and surrounding? So a system may be defined as the specific part of universe which is under study and possesses fixed boundaries, and the boundaries may be real or imaginary. The rest of the universe is referred as surroundings. Okay. So system is a specific part of universe which is under study and possesses fixed boundaries is known as the system, and around this boundary all other things are known as surroundings. Okay. Now, for example, if we are interested in the study of some property of liquid kept in a beaker, then the liquid contains in the beaker is the system, and everything else around it is constitutes surrounding. Okay. So you can now understand that what is the system and what is the surrounding. Now, types of system. So systems may be classified into the three types. Number one is open system. The system which allows the exchange of both matter and energy with the surrounding is called an open system. Means any type of system in which the transfer of energy and matter, both the processes take place, are known as the open system. Okay. For example, heating of water in an open beaker constitute an open system. When beaker is heated, heat is provided to water to form surrounding, and water vapor formed escape into the surrounding. So you can say there is a exchange of matter and energy both. So it is a type of open system. Now, closed system, the system which only the exchange of energy, which allows only the exchange of energy and not of matter with the surrounding, is called closed system. Okay. Now, third one is isolated system. The system which can exchange neither matter nor energy with the surrounding is called an isolated system. For example, hot water kept in a sealed and perfectly insulated thermos flask is an example of isolated system. Now, properties of system. Thermodynamics deals with the behavior of system in bulk. The properties associated with bulk behavior of matter are called observable properties or microscopic properties of the system. So, the properties are of two types: intensive properties, the properties which do not depend upon the quantity of matter present in the system are called intensive properties. Now, those properties which does not depends upon quantity of the matter are known as intensive properties. For example, temperature, density, concentration, specific heat, viscosity, surface tension, etc. are intensive property, because if you can temperature, so temperature of 1 mole of substance and temperature of 10 mole of substance will be same at same condition. So you can say that the the when quantity of matter is not depend on the properties, then it is known as the intensive properties. Next one is extensive properties, means the properties which depends upon the quantity of matter present in the system is called extensive properties. Number of moles, mass, volume, enthalpy, entropy, free energy are some properties which are extensive properties. Okay, so intensive extensive properties: temperature, density, concentration, specific heat, viscosity, pressure, refractive index, surface tensile, boiling point and freezing points are intensive properties. Extensive properties examples: mass, number of mole numbers, energy, volume, free energy, entropy, enthalpy, internal energy, etc. are extensive properties. Now, state of system and state variables. So what is the state of system? A system is said to be a particular state when all its measurable properties have fixed values. Such a state of the system is often called as the thermodynamic state of system. And these states are common measurable properties. The common measurable properties of systems are temperature, pressure, volume and concentration. When these values of such properties related to the system under consideration are fixed, then the system is said to exist in a particular thermodynamic state. For example, the state of system contains a liquid can be specified by specifying temperature and volume. Thus the state of system depends upon the values of its measurable or microscopic properties. Okay, state variable or state functions. So the factors which are necessary to be specified in order to define a particular state of system are known as state variable or state function. For example, physical state of water changes with change in temperature and pressure. At 1 atmospheric pressure, it is solid, and below 273 Kelvin, liquid between 273 to 373 Kelvin, and gas above 373 Kelvin. So, state variables are changed with the condition of temperature and pressure. Okay. Now, state variables or state function possesses a remarkable property. The change in the value of state function depends upon the initial state and final state. It does not depend upon the path, state of the system, and independent upon the manner path in which the change has been carried out. Means a state function is a type of function which depends upon its initial and final condition, not its intermediate condition. Okay, if you heat any substance, then from where you are heating and what will be the final temperature, so it will depends upon the initial and final state, not at the intermediate condition. Okay, so its state function is a type of function which depends upon only initial and final state of the system. Okay, now types of processes: thermodynamic equilibrium and non-equilibrium. So a system is said to be state thermodynamic equilibrium when these state variables remains constant throughout the system. State variables do not change with the time and space. Thermal equilibrium when the temperature in all parts of the system is uniform, then the same as that of the surrounding, then the system is known as thermal equilibrium. Mechanical equilibrium: a system is said to be in mechanical equilibrium when no mechanical work is done by one part of the system or any other part of the system. Means you can say there is no work done, then it is known as mechanical equilibrium. And chemical equilibrium when the chemical composition of the system remains uniform and do not change with time, then the system is called as chemical equilibrium. Means at a chemical equilibrium in a reaction, there will be no change of reactant into product, and product into reactant is known as the chemical equilibrium. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.